5 major roles Scarlett Johansson auditioned for but didn't get. One of the most well-known young actors in the world is Scarlett Johansson. She has appeared in a variety of movies, including Lucy and Jojo Rabbit, We Bought a Zoo, Under the Skin, Marriage Story, and Her. She discovered the ideal balancing act with these parts in many genres. She was the highest-paid actress in the world in 2018 and 2019. She routinely appears on Forbes' list of the 100 most famous people, and she has won several honors, including a Tony Award and a British Academy Film Award. Additionally, she has received nominations for 5 Golden Globe Awards, 2 Academy Awards, and other honors. She is presently an A-lister in Hollywood. Scarlett Johansson tried out for the roles in Jumanji, Parent Trap, and other films, but was rejected. She wasn't always like this, despite the fact that she is currently well known for her work as Black Widow in the MCU. Like any other well-known artist, she had to work her way up, which required auditioning for a variety of diverse parts. She gave many big-budget movies a go, but none of them decided to use her. Miss Johansson, then a young woman, was rejected from many film auditions. Even though she has a long and successful career, Johansson wasn't exactly regarded as a must-have talent prior to her involvement in the MCU. Before being selected for the position of Black Widow, she was passed up for a number of important tasks. I visited Kirsten Dunst. Scarlett Johansson began getting her first credits in the middle of the 1990s, but she had been in a few movies with cameos before she was even a teenager. Even though it wouldn't have been her first job, if she had been cast as the lead in 1995's Jumanji, she might have become well-known a little sooner. But Kirsten Dunst was cast in that role in the end. As Judy Shepard in the film, Kirsten Dunst made a major splash in the culture. For the role of Judy, Scarlett Johansson also submitted an audition tape. However, she was not chosen. I visited Lindsay Lohan. When Lindsay Lohan was young, the remake of The Parent Trap launched her career. But before Lindsay Lohan had a chance to try out, Scarlett Johansson had an audition for the position of the wickedly good Hallie Parker and Annie James twins. Due to a last-minute casting alteration, Lindsay Lohan was found guilty instead of Scarlett Johansson. In the film, a pair of identical twins who were separated at birth are raised by their various biological parents. At a summer camp, the two meet by chance, and they devise a plan to switch places with one another in order to reunite their parents. Johansson participated in the casting process for the dual lead parts of Annie and Hallie, but Lohan was chosen instead, and she gave a groundbreaking performance. I visited Anne Hathaway. For her portrayal of Fantine in Les Miserables, Anne Hathaway was nominated for a lot of awards and won some of them. Scarlett Johansson, though, also attended the casting call. Scarlett said in a Broadway interview that she was just over the moon to have the chance to read for the role because the jazz hands kid inside me was just over the moon. She sadly placed second to Anne Hathaway in the audition since she had laryngitis at the time. She has stated that there was no way that Anne Hathaway could have given a finer performance than she did in the film. Visited Rooney Mara. Attempts by Scarlett Johansson to land the part of Lisbeth Salander were unsuccessful. The Hollywood Reporter interviewed director David Fincher, who provided a rather strange explanation for not selecting her. Scarlett Johansson was amazing, he said. You better believe that audition was outstanding. On the other hand, Scarlett makes you want to see her naked. He followed by making a really cunning compliment to Rooney Mara. E.T. should be more like Salander. Before anyone had watched the movie, if you had set out E.T. dolls, people would ask, "What is this little squishy thing?" You adore him when he sneaks beneath the table to get the Reese's Pieces. That is how it must be. I visited Kate Bosworth. Scarlett Johansson's bid to be Superman's love interest in Superman Returns was unsuccessful. She made her acting debut as a reader for the Superman, Flyby film, which was directed by J.J. Abrams and Nkigi, a change in directors prevented her from being cast as Lois Lane, though. Johansson's intended role was ultimately played by Kate Bosworth, while Brandon Routh portrayed Superman. Later on, when Man of Steel helped to introduce the DC Extended Universe, Amy Adams and Henry Cavill stepped into those roles.